Hello YouTube, Jordan Anderbricks here, and first thing you notice before we get this video started, my sig fig has a new torso. I really don't know how to explain that other than I'm just trying to find a Lego torso that I would actually wear in real life and would be available. So the first one I was using, since it came in a minifigure series in about a year or two, that's not going to be as available as it is now. So that's something that's going to get more rare. No, and I seem hypocritical by saying that and using the LEGO Dimensions arcade pack head. But today we're here to talk about something different. And I figure now is a good time to post this video, seeing as to how everyone else back in the States is waking up, and I should be sleeping right now. But let's forget about all that. Ninjago, Nexo Knights, Chima, and what is next? This is off center, it's bothering me. Anyways, so back a long time ago, I want to say about the late 2000s, early 2010s, most likely early 2010s, or mid. Yeah, LEGO released Ninjago, which this is not from the original thing. This is from the LEGO Ninjago movie sets. However, it's been running very strong. People love it. And people loved it before they made the Ninjago movie, and the sets were actually better in my opinion. Some people like the original better. The people who started off liking the original better like it better. However, that was the thing. By the way, this is not scripted out, so that's why I blanked out, and I'm trying not to say a lot, which I'm gonna fail, but might as well try. So Ninjago was different than the last time LEGO had released a ninja theme, because it was ninjas with a twist. It was ninjas, but you could put them on a spinner and shoot them like Beyblade. And that's what drew a lot of younger people to that. That's what drew me to that when I was that young a long time ago. And as I got a little bit older, which to me was 2 years later, it was just the sets that I liked rather than the spinners. And then eventually got out of LEGO, got into my dark ages. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. So it was LEGO, it was ninjas with a gimmick. Well, down the line, LEGO realized that if this was successful, they could release something else that was probably just as successful. Something, but it's something else. And that's where Chima came into play, where the idea hadn't existed before. However, it was going to exist. They were going to force it into existence. And it was anthropomorphic animals, which is already its own thing. But they were on these speedors, which was another gimmick. It was sort of two gimmicks in one. Probably why it didn't last at all. Or maybe it just couldn't beat the already popular Ninjago at the time. Maybe LEGO released Chima to get rid of Ninjago. Maybe they were tired of Ninjago and just wanted to make new sets. And they're probably hoping that Chima would be the Ninjago killer, which we all know what happened there. It was not. They started giving away Chima sets. It was not popular at all. So what was their next answer to that? Well, they decided to go back to the drawing board and say, let's take something that already exists, that already is popular whenever we release it, like ninjas, and then put a gimmick to it. And that's how we got Nexo Knights, or at least how I believe we got Nexo Knights. LEGO said, let's take the castle theme and give it a gimmick. This time the gimmick is not physical. The gimmick was virtual. They came with, let me grab one real quick. These shield tiles, which if you scanned in the online game would actually become a power inside the game. I never tried this out, however much I wanted to. I was not a big fan of app games at the time. And that's probably why it didn't succeed. It couldn't be done on a console. It was only done on iPad, and this is in the mid to late 2010s. So no one was using. It's still late 2010s, but nobody was using app games as much anymore as console games were becoming more available, or consoles in general. At least this is what I observed. I've also been away from the States for a while, so please don't judge me on this. But app games were not as popular as they used to be, and Nexo Knights seemed pretty popular from what I could tell. However, it wasn't popular enough, I'm gonna guess. Maybe LEGO wanted Nexo Knights to be the Ninjago killer. That it wasn't. And then, by popular demand, they made the Ninjago movie. That's why I'm saying maybe, because LEGO also made the Ninjago movie, which also makes me think they didn't want to get rid of Ninjago. Or maybe wanted the Ninjago movie to be the last of the Ninjago series. Which I'm kind of hoping it is, because I'm ready for the next thing. But what it seems like is LEGO is releasing these already popular themes with the twist to it, kind of like they did with Ninjago. And even now, even though they don't really release the Beyblade style things and they do the air jitsu stuff, even in the LEGO Ninjago movie sets, it's still ninjas, but with the gimmick being cyberpunk. So it's like, it's modern, it's ninjas, but it takes place in modern day, but modern day is all cyberpunk. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look at the LEGO Ninjago City, how everything's like really on top of each other, and everything is like partly traditional and partly cyber. A lot like steampunk in a way. I really don't know how else to describe it other than having you guys go and look it up. I don't have a picture with me. That probably would have been a smart thing to put on the show or on the video. Anyways, so as we all know, Chima failed. Nexo Knights probably wouldn't have failed, but LEGO decided to cut it anyway. So what's next is what I'm asking. And I actually have a theory on this. And I'm really kind of scared because this could go so right or so wrong. Pirates. Hear me out. LEGO had the perfect opportunity to release another wave of Pirates of the Caribbean sets when the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out. However, due to a possible lack of popularity, they only released one set. And this is where I say they still could have released, like, the bank scene. There's a lot of scenes they could have done sets on. They could have done another release of the Black Pearl. A lot of things they could have done, but didn't. And they only released the Silent Mary ship, the ghost ship, which is not a bad thing to do. However, it's just odd that they didn't take the opportunity to do the whole wave of Pirates of the Caribbean, which would have been very successful. Even if the movie wasn't successful, people love pirates, and people love Pirates of the Caribbean even if they didn't love the movie, or the latest one that came out. So that leads me to believe that during the next year or so, or 2 years maybe, LEGO is planning on releasing pirate sets. And what also leads me to believe this is that instead of releasing full-blown pirate sets now, they're releasing like the Creator Pirate Playhouse type thing with some pirate assets to it. And then the roller coaster has like this guy playing a pirate. So, and we're not seeing any full-blown pirates yet, we're still seeing some of these assets. So that leads me to believe that Lego is having this huge build-up towards a pirate-themed series, which could go so right or so wrong. And the reason I say that is because we all know Lego is having some fun experience with taking themes that are already popular and then adding a gimmick to it. So this pirate theme could be normal, even if it's happening. I don't even know if it's happening. This is just a theory video. But it could be just a normal plain Jane pirate thing. Or it could be pirates with a gimmick. And this is where I say it could go so right or so wrong. They could play it safe and just do normal pirates, or the theme can make or break the theme, what they do. As we all know, Nexo Knights was not as profitable as Lego may have wanted. Maybe it just didn't do as good as they thought it would. Shouldn't have done nowhere near as good as Ninjago did. However, pirates would do fantastic. However, here comes the question I'm going to ask: what's the gimmick? This is the part where I can't really think, because I can't prophesize everything that Lego does. I just thought it was something fun to talk about. I think it would be really fun if they did a steampunk theme. Maybe not everyone would be a fan of it. I would be a fan of it. I think it would just be really cool to have pirate ships with engines in them. What I'm imagining is the Treasure Planet boat. If you don't know, that was an older Disney movie that was about steampunk pirates. Pretty much, that's very general analysis, but that had a really, really cool boat on there, and that's what I'm hoping they would do if they did steampunk pirates. However, it could be something more along the lines of Nexo Knights, where the gimmick is some sort of online, like, virtual thing, such as the game code, or there's a gimmick to where like Ninjago, you use them like Beyblades, or there's some sort of gimmick with it. And that's what kind of scares me about it, if they do re-release the pirate theme. But it makes sense to me, because it's been a pretty, I wouldn't say a long time, but it's been a few years since our last full-blown pirate theme. We've had a few pirate sets, such as Brickbeard's Bounty. I think that's what it's called, from the Lego movie theme. People are probably going to yell at me for that. I haven't seen the Lego movie, so I need to watch that in order to know his name. And then there's also been the Angry Birds pirate ship, which I'm pretty sure not very many people bought. I wanted to buy it because it seemed like a cool ship, but I didn't have enough money at the time. And what else was there? I believe the last pirate ship they released, which wasn't even a pirate ship, it was the Imperial flagship. And, well, no, the last pirate ship they released would be the Silent Mary, but in between that would be the Imperial flagship. Anyways, guys, this is just a theory video. Post in the comments what you think they're going to do next, and what you think, what you'd like them to do next. I would really like them to do just a plain Jane Pirates thing, except with a steampunk kind of aesthetic to it. I really, really don't want play feature gimmicks such as the Ninjago one where it's physical, or the Nexo Knights one where it's virtual. I do not want any of that. We have seen that, well, I don't know. It works sometimes, fails sometimes, or with Chima just totally tanks sometimes, and I don't know. I just don't want aesthetics to be taken away or lost because of a play feature, is all I don't want. If they can add in a play feature without it taking up aesthetics, like ninjas fighting. I don't really care about that, but this stuff, does the shield really need to be this big? This is the largest Lego shield ever made, and that's my main problem with Nexo Knights, why I never really got as into it as I would any other Knight theme, is because the accessories are too big and bulky. Even just with this chest plate alone, which is not his Lance's original chest plate, it just feels way too bulky than it needs to be. That's just my opinion on it, though. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment if you want more videos like this, where I just talk about Lego. And maybe when I get my laptop, which hopefully will be soon, which I've been saying that for a month now, I believe, I can make better videos where I'm actually talking into a microphone rather than an iPhone 7 that's permanently on airplane mode. So y'all have a great day. I am going to bed. Good night.